We'll give you a live look outside at the Seattle waterfront. A great wheel there. Beautiful night. Not too cold out there, although it's getting there. Not too warm either, Craig.
No, yeah, exactly. Boy, the sunshine today was nice, though, right?
Oh, it was great.
Oh, so nice. And as we move forward through the week ahead, it's going to stay pretty cold and maybe a few showers at times.
Of course.
This is it, right? Last of the year. Hey, take a look at the high today. 51, the record 62, so well above average with all the sunshine in place. Give you another beautiful shot now from the Queen Anne Tower Cam. What a beautiful shot. Temperatures at this hour, mostly in the 40s. Notice the wind direction out of the north at 12 miles per hour, and you know that north wind tends to clear things out. So as we go through the week ahead, we'll stay with low snowfall levels right through Friday. I'm going to jump up here, though. A wintry mix possible near 1,500 feet Wednesday morning and Friday morning. Now, we'll have a little bit of moisture, some very cold air in place. This means maybe a mixture of rain and snow. We've got to have everything coming together. I'm not completely just sold on this exactly just yet, but we do have the chance to see some of that. And then we'll get some weak storms throughout the week ahead. Look at the snowfall levels, though. 1,500 feet to 1,000 feet right through Friday. Saturday, they jump way up to 4,000 feet and then come back right back down into Sunday and Monday. Taking a look at the passes, I know a lot of people traveling. Right now, mostly overcast conditions. Traction tires are advised on Stevens Pass. Got some compact snow in areas. Everywhere else, overcast conditions, no restrictions for Snoqualmie or White Pass. Those winds coming in out of the north, keeping things rather dry. That's Tuesday at about 12 tomorrow afternoon for Christmas, and then fast forward to about 12:30. Maybe some light showers coming through overnight is when we get more in the way of rain. Gusty winds right along the coast at about 20 to 30 miles per hour. No advisories posted. That's 5 o'clock Wednesday morning, and I pause here because that's when we have some low snowfall levels. So perhaps into some of the foothill locations. Wednesday, 7 o'clock, you still have some light scattered showers. 9 a.m., some of that from Seattle all the way to Olympia, and then by 12, some of that starting to clear on out. Notice as we fast forward to Wednesday, 5 p.m., we've got another round of showers moving through, and then Thursday, we've got a bit of a break. Snowfall totals, not so bad. By the time we get through Wednesday evening, anywhere from 4 inches Stevens Pass to 5 inches Snoqualmie Pass. These are estimates, but certainly some good news for the higher elevations. Another big story for us, coastal flood advisories due to high tides, king tides, between 5 and 9 a.m. tomorrow for Puget Sound and 2 and 4 in the afternoon for the coast. Here's a look at the 7-day forecast. Plan on some 40s for most of the week ahead. Again, some of those scattered showers in the forecast for you. And then, boy, got a few more rounds of rain into the weekend. We'll send it back to you.